Hola, soy Cristina y este es el mural de las Poderosas.
I love it.
The Poderosas Community Mural is a public art project currently located in the city of Costa Mesa, a collaboration between Alicia Rojas and Camilo Romero with the Santa Ana Community Artists Coalition and ReGeneración, Colombia. The mural design process took about 2.5 months to be completed. The mural is composed of 8 digital illustrations that adhere to the wall. I created the illustrations with Procreate and Adobe Illustrator. The illustrations were printed on wraps that rest on a 70 feet by 6 feet community mural. The community mural was also inspired by the theme of our environment, plants, flowers, and las pajaritas that represent part of the meaning of this mural, which asks each of us and the Poderosas, ¿Cuál es tu paz? What is your peace? The All Mujeres artist team worked collaboratively in creating the color palette and choosing each plant, flower, bees, and birds for the design. The hope for the panel illustrations is that they have alas and wings, and that this public art exhibit of these powerful women will be traveling to different neighborhoods to inspire the young and everyone among us. And now we present each Poderosa and their contributions to Orange County.
The legendary heroine Modesta Avilá from San Juan Capistrano. Her story is from the late 1800s. The last public record of her is in 1892. Unfortunately, she was the first felon of Orange County. It happens to be a woman. Why did that happen? She spoke truth to power. She held a protest because her land was being taken away by the Santa Fe Railroad Company in order for them to build a railroad. She felt that she wasn't being compensated fairly for her land. She hung clotheslines to stop the rail track. And they wanted to make an example out of her, especially because she was a protester, first one, and then second, because she was a woman, and a woman of color. Her 2 trials have been deemed by historians as unfair because she was a woman. Unfortunately, she was found guilty and sent to federal prison in San Quentin. What I find fascinating about her story is that we don't know her story, and this is why community murals and public art projects led by women are so important, because we need to tell these stories and we need to find out our truths. I did this illustration out of her booking photo from jail. I reimagined her in color. I reimagined her free. I reimagined her having tierra and giving her some justice. This is the first public mural ever done in Orange County about Modesta Avilá. Our next Poderosa is Dolores Huerta, labor rights and activist leader throughout the Cesar Chavez movement. She also is the co-founder of the National Farm Workers Association. Her work was just as important as Cesar Chavez, and she was his partner throughout the whole movement. And a lot of the history has taken her out. So it's important for us to highlight her as a Poderosa because all her activism and her contributions helped Orange County and our farm workers here with the orange groves and especially in Santa Ana. Sylvia Mendez was only around 7 or 8 years old when the landmark case, Mendez versus Westminster, the Orange County School Board. She was the first case of desegregation in the country, actually. This was in 1947. This was before the Brown versus the Board of Education. And it's important to highlight that this is a story coming out of Orange County and done by her mother, who fought for her daughter's right. And Sylvia Mendez has carried on that tradition of activism and education. The Honorable Judge Frances Muñoz. Judge Frances was the first Latina appointed in California as a judge. She was appointed by the Governor Jerry Brown in 1978, and she's an inspiration to all young women of color to achieve their dreams and go be lawyers and doctors and make a difference and represent us. And we humility and honor of seeing her during the unveiling. And this is our next Poderosa, and one of the inspirations of this mural, Cristina Prada, Flor Colombiana, a beautiful Colombian immigrant that came con muchas ganas to this country to succeed, to give a better life to her kid, Isabel. And she's been a working class shiro, a working class immigrant, single mom shiro who uplifted her family and who has made great contributions to the city of Costa Mesa. And she is very special to me. She reminds me of my own grandmother from Colombia, mi Abuela Blanca. And we are honoring her life and her hard work and her ability to achieve the American dream and give that to her daughter and to her grandkids. House and her home that she opened up to us and allowed this beautiful public art project to happen.
Hola, soy Isabel y este es el mural de las Poderosas.
I have become close friends with Isabel throughout this process, and this is what a community mural is for. Is to get to know each other, to uplift each other, to share our stories. And Isabel's stories is not unique, but it's extraordinary because as her mom and her came into this country, they had to learn the language. And she also, as a single mom, was able to achieve the American dream as well, raise her two kids to be professional, to go to universities. One is a lawyer and one is a doctor. So we want to honor working class heroes, immigrant women that work hard, that do everything for their families to uplift us. And we honor mothers, and we honor Isabel, and through honoring Isabel, I honor my own mother, who passed away 5 years ago, Olivia. And these Poderosas are las Hermanas, Sandra and Tanisha, and they inspire us in our future. They're professionals. They have been brought up by immigrant families, and this is what this mural is about, is to connect the generations, to uplift women of color, to dream bigger, and to see our future together. This is our last Poderosas, las Nenas, the beautiful Penelope, Emma, and Olivia, and we dedicate this mural to all the little girls so they could feel representation and inspire in their lives by seeing women like them on public walls in cities like Costa Mesa and in counties like Orange County.